Shalom and welcome to Mitzvah of Torah. This year is entitled Halachot Minhagim regarding breaking a cup, putting ashes, and breaking a plate during the Simcha of the Chatan v'Kala. We have different minhagim that go on. It's brought down in the Gemara Berachot Daf Yomi Berachot. The Gemara talks about the rabbis. I saw that some of the people that were getting a little bit light-headed and a little too much simcha, and they broke an expensive cup, a beautiful glass to calm things down. Tosa says that's how the minhag developed, to go ahead and break at the wedding. There's actually several halachot. The Shulchan Aruch himself, several places, Even Ezer, and again in Orach Chaim mentions that the minhag is to put ashes in the chassan's hair. While the Ramah says the minhag to break a cup is that in addition to the ash instead. So you'll see some who just break glasses, and some will also put the ashes in the hair, depending on the rabbi who's being misad the kedushin. But they're both to go ahead and commemorate the fact that we don't have the mikdash and the simcha is not complete. So the Ramah mentions that breaking at a Tannaim is not mentioned. Mishabru, the Shar Tzion discussed that. Actually, Shar Tzion in Tav Kuf Samech mentions the idea of breaking a broken plate of the Tannaim, broken bowl, but that's not the minhag. The minhag is to have a plate and break that. Some want to say we break a plate of Tannaim and a glass at the wedding. Why? Because the Tannaim is a simcha, of course, and therefore you need to have something, lahavhil, Pri Megadim's language, lahavhil, to surprise, shock the people. Hey, the simcha is not complete. So you break a clay pottery, it's nothing. A few shekel, a few agorot, it's nothing. But it's enough to oh, wow, yeah, the simcha is not complete. We don't have the mikdash. As opposed to the wedding, it's a fancy, happy time, and everyone's together, and the chassan and the kala finally getting married. So it's a greater simcha. You need to have a greater break in the simcha. And therefore, you have to take a nice glass. I saw the different minhagim about should you dafka have something nice, a nice, decent glass, as opposed to a cheap piece of pottery. And that's why you have different minhagim develop. Some have a nice proper glass. Some even try just, let's have a bulb and then a light bulb, because that's just the idea of it. And there's less of a risk to chatan of it going to his shoe. Rabbi Yosef says, not something cheap, not something fancy, something in the middle. So that's an overview of some of the minhagim and halachot. But it really is a halacha to have a zecher l'chorban at the chuppah, and then we develop the minhag at the Tannaim as well. What is used in the time, it ranges. Now the minhag used pretty much a simple plate, but originally it was even a broken thing, but now we do something more than that. And at the chuppah you have different minhagim regarding whether you use ashes as well. Rav Soloveitchik was makbid to use the ashes. That cannot be replaced. You can only add on things. And then what level cup is used, and different practices regarding that. Shalom.